Hello everybody, fourth quarter 2023 REITs portfolio review. So what happened? I Huat until cannot recognize house. For all of you guys out there who's been suffering for the past 1.5 years, the moment of recognition, and I think a lot of you guys who are subscribers to this channel are having this moment where you Huat until cannot recognize house. So this is the portfolio for REITs, for my REITs portfolio as of third quarter 2023, and you can see the breakdown and stuff like that. And what happened since then? Well, in the last 3 months, I'm up by around 7+% for my REITs portfolio. And the first thing I did was to sell off all my Capital REIT. I'm very happy. I'm now completely out of Capital REIT. And the last time I sold was at 905. Now the share price is around 93 cents, so I sold too early. But it's okay, never mind, because I'm happy to be out of this REIT. I think the time to be buying Capital REIT was actually last year, not this year. I think this year you should be selling, you should not be buying anymore. I think the Fed is going to keep rates higher for longer. I don't think they're going to cut to zero. I think with a cap rate of around 3% to 4% for the assets, I think the financing is going to be difficult once the rates kick in. So I'm very happy to be out of this fella completely. I'm very happy. The next thing I do was to try to take profits on some stuff and rebalance into really under sold, very aggressively sold the REITs around October November period. So I sold half of my FEHT, Far East Hospitality Trust, because the tourism stuff was major and people were just buying this team. So when people buy, I sell. When people sell, I buy. So they buy, right, so I sell. So it went from 12% to 6%. And I reallocated the capital into really badly sold REITs. First of all, I bought CLINT, CapitaLand India. People hated India for all sorts of reasons, the rupee and the high rates and inflation and whatever, and sold it down to 96.5 cents. I think it went below 90 cents. So I bought 7%. So like 6% here was sold and 1% here, and everything went to here. So Clint is now like $1.20, 1.15, whatever. I'm very in the money. I also increased my stake in iREIT slightly through the dividends. So the rest of it is just a reinvestment of my dividends. No capital injection. This 7% up in portfolio valuation is all through the portfolio revaluation. I did not inject any more capital into this stuff. I reinvested some dividends, but I did not inject any more of my salary into the REITs portfolio. I think the time to be buying REITs is last year and this year, and especially in October, November period. This is not the time to buy anymore. In fact, this is a time to be thinking about selling. I don't think you should be selling yet, but another 30% ready in the REITs, and I'll be starting to sell stuff. All right. So I increased my stake in the iREIT from 15 to 17% of my portfolio, around 34 cents. The rest of it is quite consistent actually. Escort no change, Fleet no change. I increased my stake in CLCT at 81.5 cents. But despite that, the proportion stayed at 10% because this stuff was just really heavily hammered. So even though I reinvested my dividends into this stuff at 81.5 cents, but the proportion did not go up. I'm really in the red for this position for CLCT. The markets hate anything to do with China. They think Xi Jinping is gonna cause China to explode in flames. I'm not positive on China, but I'm not so negative. I think in the long run I'll do okay. And you see that the manager has been quite active in divesting some of the assets at premium to book as well. So I'm not that concerned actually. I'm just not happy that this position is so much in the red. Star Hill, MIT, no change. I'm very happy to see MIT ready. I think MIT is a huge position. I'm extremely happy to buy MIT at the $2.10 or something. Like I'm not gonna sell it until like $3. Like this is way too cheap. I think the manager is gonna transform this REIT in a major way, recycle their capital, rebalance their portfolio into data centers in Japan, Europe, US. This is gonna become a big data center REIT, trading maybe like 1.5, 1.6 times a book. This is way too undervalued. I will not sell this at anything, at any cost. ESR, happy to see the REIT finally rallied. This one was really heavily shorted upside down. I'm happy that the manager started to buy back shares. My position is now flat after being in red for such a long time after the rights issue. I hope the manager can do better. Ames is another of my very happy position, staying at 11%. So that's it for the REITs portfolio actually. I didn't do a whole lot, you can see. I'm just very happy to see the REITs valuation go up, and I'm also extremely happy to be collecting my passive income from the dividends. 2023 was a bonus bonanza in terms of dividends. I expect 2024 to be another super bonus bonanza. I think there will be effects from the rate hikes into the DPUs, but nonetheless, I've increased the with a 7% rise in valuation. I think my dividend next year is going to hit an all-time high. For what I did for the REITs portfolio, you can see not much changes, some reshuffling here and there, but overall happy to see the valuations go up and collecting dividends going to 2024, 25, 26. For the rest of my capitals, salaries through my money, my salary and stuff, I actually did not buy REITs anymore. I hold the point of view that you shouldn't be buying REITs anymore. REITs have already read it because the markets have been recognized that the inevitable will happen, which is the Fed will pivot. Any moron will tell you that over the past 1.5 years, will tell you that the Fed has to pivot sooner or later, and therefore the REITs have to rebound sooner or later. So now that REITs are expected to be cut, people are now citing banks aggressively, thinking, oh no, it's the end of the world again. So you know what? I buy banks, I buy OCBC, and then people sell DBS, so I buy DBS. And I also bought the capital land investment. So people now think that they're gonna have a revaluation losses for the China portfolio and stuff, and people are selling it aggressively. Well, you know what? They sell, I buy. So I'm happy to see this stuff. This is gonna become an asset manager. I expect them to use the REITs as well once the times turn for the better to recycle assets and churn stuff and then earn more fees. So well, I think for 2024, I'm not gonna be buying more REITs anymore. I'll be buying like equity with cash rich positions, and especially banks. If people start thinking that the rates will be cut and NIM will suffer and asset quality damage and what nonsense, I'm going to be buying more and more. DBS, OCBC, UOB, capital investments, and so on and so forth. So that's it for this year, man. Happy to see this stuff finally rebound, and my dividends gonna hit the all-time high this year and probably next year as well. So have a very very happy New Year, everybody, and a very prosperous and Huat 2024 to all of you guys. All right, cheers, mate.